Okay, fab. So we believe we are live. I'm so super excited to be joined by this absolute legend in my eyes, area manager, brand new area manager, Clare Webster. I actually met Clare, I can't remember how many years ago. I don't think I'd even had Campbell, so it must have been well over
Yeah.
2 years ago now, when I know you were initially you'd heard of Arbonne, you were looking at the business, and we were just kind of met at a few chance meetings, which was amazing. And I've just seen your journey blossom really from the sidelines. So just so anybody knows who's watching this or know who I am, Clare actually has no real significance in terms of my business. She's not in my central business. We're actually sideline consultants, which is amazing because actually we get to be able to chat, share ideas, watch each other, cheer each other on, share each other's successes. And I just love Clare's story because I just resonate with your background, I suppose, and a little bit about what your journey is right now. And I'm really thankful that you're joining us tonight, Clare, and I'm able to actually ask some questions and share them with everybody. So without kind of saying too much about you, what is your, aside from Arbonne, what is your current situation, career, profession?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you for the opportunity. You're certainly one of the VPs that I look to and really I love the way that you run the business. So this is an absolute pleasure. So I'm Clare Webster, brand new area manager with Arbonne. In the real world of my day life, I'm a biomedical scientist by background, and I've spent 20 years in the pharmaceutical industry, specialising in cancer. So, I've got a massive passion for cancer and massive passion that people are educated about what ingredients are in their products, because there's, as you know, 1 in 2 of us now get cancer. That is directly related in my mind, if it's not a hormonal cancer, to lifestyle cancers. So what we're putting on, what we're putting in our bodies. So that's a massive passion. Also really interested in this whole journey, and as I've got older, in the whole gut health thing. So as a scientist, that really resonates with me as well. It makes a lot of sense about that gut health. I'm a mum. I'm a stepmom to like a 20-year-old and a mum to a 5-year-old. So life is crazy and hectic, and my husband runs his own business. So yeah, we're busy. Life is busy, but life is great.
I love that then. So just before kind of asking you a little bit more about Arbonne, you mentioned about the gut health. Is that something, aside from before when you'd heard about the Arbonne products, was that something that started to come into your kind of eyesight in terms of people becoming more and more aware of the kind
only on the fringe, really, Jade. Only on the fringe. I didn't really know. I mean, it's Arbonne that's completely educated me in that area, to be honest. I know about the ingredients and the products element, but I didn't really know about that massive importance of good health and gut health, and that's been really fascinating.
Wow. Okay. So you obviously joined Arbonne, which we're clearly in the business now. But before you joined the business, how did Arbonne kind of cross your path? Was it through the products or?
Yeah, a story probably a lot of people will resonate with. Older mum, I can't say I'm a young mum, I'm in my 40s, 43, with a young child, back to work, a job that I was traveling quite a bit. I've always done a fair amount of exercise, but I was just burnt out, Jane. I was tired, I wasn't sleeping very well, wasn't exercising well because I'd had a few injuries, and I was putting on weight, and I just felt really lethargic, really exhausted and burnt out, really. And I met Ali Hutchinson, who's my sponsor, at the gym. And we were probably talking and connecting for quite some time, and I was just joining classes and chatting, and it was a conversation around magnesium and calcium. I think I was like, oh, okay, now I'm quite interested. But generally it was when you've eaten too much over Christmas and you feel like a stuffed turkey, I had a text message from Ali. I've joined her group, her Facebook groups and client groups, well, chats, etc. And I've been watching about 30 days of it, but it was that moment, don't be afraid to reach out, because it was that moment that I had the text about the new 30 Days Healthy Living program starting, and I just jumped in. I was like, I'm ready now. I want to do this. I need to change things. Sounds exactly what is right for me. I don't believe in like yo-yo diets or massive calorie reductions, things like that. So it's just sounded perfect.
Yeah, I think so many people are in that same boat where they do just generally feel a bit lethargic, and it's in a like slippery slope to not wanting to exercise. Maybe more injuries are cropping up, and I think I think either some people are like really proactive, or there comes a point where it's like, I need to do something because this just isn't right.
Definitely. It's that kind of leverage, isn't it? That, you know, you get to that point.
Absolutely. And what were your results? So you've done the 30 days.
Yeah.
What were your results then at the end of the 30 days?
Fantastic. I mean, you know, I did 30 days back to back, 3 months in a row. So I had incredible results. My sleep changed, my well-being changed. You know, I had really heavy periods as well. That kind of got a lot balanced, and a lot of that was hormone related. You know, my skin was glowing so much that people were saying, what have you been doing? You know, you've lost weight, obviously, as a, you know, as a weight management part of the program, but I just felt so much more energized, sleeping better, healthier, and it just emanates, doesn't it?
Yeah, you can tell the complete difference.
Yeah.
So when you actually heard about the business side of this, so obviously Ali was the person who introduced you to the nutrition, the 30 days.
Sure.
Were you actively looking for like another business opportunity then?
Gosh, absolutely not. I was looking to reduce things in my life. And simplify. So yeah, there's a great kind of story and message in this, actually, that, you know, I am probably the person that you would just not normally approach with the business, and it was quite osmotic. I got into the products, and then I was recommending the products. Obviously, then I started on the skincare and the RE9, and then the makeup, and it's just a journey that you go on, and then you just naturally start talking about the products, and then, you know, it was a bit like, gosh, you know, literally this is what the business is. So I'm a, you know, a massive believer that things happen for the right reason at the right time, and I wasn't looking for Arbonne. You know, it came to me. I wasn't looking for the business. That opportunity came to me as well. So it's quite kind of osmotic how it all happened, really. And then you get, you know, you meet more and more people in Arbonne, like yourself, like Fiona, like Danny, the whole team culture, and you just think, gosh, this is a great place to be. Yeah, I'll get involved.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So when you were being explained to about the business, obviously you already kind of had some belief in the products. Was there any kind of, I don't know, skepticism? Were you a bit like concerned about joining this for any reason?
I guess the main bit is time, you know, time constraints and time pressure, because obviously, you know, this year it's all been very, very different for everyone. But I used to travel a lot, be away from home a lot with a little one. That was just a massive dynamic for me to already think about, you know, managing. And I didn't really want anything to contribute to that. But, you know, actually it is word of mouth. It is, you know, social network marketing. It's it adds value in a way. You know, it's been a blessing over lockdown having all those Zoom interactions that we've had. And, you know, just to reiterate as well, I'm really, really happy in my career and really happy in my job. So it's not like I was looking actively for something else. And being honest, Jade, I'm not to this day still actively looking. You know, I love my career, and I love the people I work with, and it's a fantastic organisation as well. So I'm completely blessed. But realistically, it's my plan B. You know, even in my industry, you know, people can get made redundant tomorrow. And what I love is that I'm having the opportunity to build and build and build something for myself. You know, it seems quite selfish when I say this, but, you know, I'm building that for me, but actually I'm also have got a corporate life that I love. And it is possible to do both. I do Arbonne in the nooks and crannies. You know, I don't sit and watch rubbish TV of an evening anymore. As I say, my husband's got his own business, so he's always working in the evening. So I'm doing Arbonne in the evening.
Yeah.
So it works.
I love that. And I think sometimes it is that kind of thinking, like, why are people doing this if they still love their job? You know, they're in full-time employment. And like I say, you weren't actively looking to add in something extra. Your time with your son was so important. But just when somebody said to me, you know, well, what's your plan B? That for me was like a bit of a, oh, I've never really considered that. And I think, you know, without being too scary in the world today, you know, just everything feels a little bit unsteady, doesn't it? It's nice to know that you've got some like grips in, and that plan B isn't like a normal job. It's not earning some. It really is fulfillment, isn't it? Enjoying that time.
Yeah, definitely. And the other thing is, you know, I've always quite liked the idea of having some kind of online presence or online business, because I like the idea that, you know, when I'm not working actively, people are still looking at my posts, they're looking at my events, they're looking at my site, and they're purchasing. So, you know, you do have to do the activity, clearly, and you know, you have to work, but it's that kind of sustainable online business that complements working full time.
Absolutely. It's such time leverage. I completely agree, because I remember at the start of my journey, I was still working. So
Yeah,
you really feel that leverage when you kind of put in the nooks and crannies, and how it continues on, doesn't it? You know, even while you work. So just want to quickly touch on the products, obviously based on your background and your profession, the importance of what you put in your body and on your body through environmental factors, and obviously you're passionate about helping, you know, the prevention of cancer. How do Arbonne products really align with that, knowing your like scientific background?
Yeah, massively. And I think the awareness of what people need to know about what ingredients are in their products. I mean, I come from a really highly regulated industry, and it actually terrifies me about the cosmetic and nutrition and skincare business is not that regulated at all. And I guess that's why Arbonne feels quite like home as well, because it is highly regulated, and, you know, it is transparent with the ingredients, and you know, we do have the data behind the products, and I just think that's a part that is booming at the moment. People are expecting more from what they buy, and expecting more from the companies that they buy from in that transparency. You know, aside, I'm not a vegan, you know, aside from the vegan kind of boom, it's, for me, it's that product education, that people should know what they're putting on their bodies, in their eyes, on, you know, on their skin. It's really important.
That's amazing. You've got that other sort of like outside voice that you're able to just help people, just everyday people, just become a little bit more aware and educated in that field.
Yeah, and that's their choice. You know, all we're doing is talking to people, but it is their choice. But for me, it's important, and I'm passionate that it's an educated choice. What they do with that information, you know, it's completely up to them. Health and well-being is our own responsibility. But as long as, you know, we're educating people, and you naturally just talk about the products because they're incredible.
Yeah. No, it's so hard to not do that.
God help it.
So right, so that's a bit about the products. You when exactly did you start Arbonne as a business?
2018.
2018.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're coming into
Well, Ali was kind of talking to me through 2018, and I joined that kind of so I joined that Christmas, you know, to do 30 days in the new year, and then did the 30 days, talking to people about it. Other people came on board, and quickly went to district manager in February. So yeah, that bit was really quite quick.
And then
on the back of 30 days mainly.
So really the 30 days was your driver, and then the next part is obviously the district manager to area manager. And anyone who is in the business, that area manager is the second level out of 4 levels that are in Arbonne, which you're at now. So tell us a little bit about that journey. Was it a straight line? Was it a bit of a roller coaster?
No, that one wasn't a straight line. But again, a great example that you can sustain DM, you know, without a team and without it being your sole business and what have you for quite some time. You know, and DM is a great place to be honest. It really is. But I've been in area manager qualification twice before, and then I'm completed in this third time. So I went in last summer. There was a big drive, big area manager boot camp, and you know, I was really excited and saw loads of people, you know, complete and go to area manager then, which was really inspiring. But in my heart, I knew it wasn't really my time, Jade, and I, you know, I'm a massive believer, as I said, things happen for a reason when they're supposed to happen. And, you know, genuinely, whether it was my mindset then, or it just wasn't the right time for me to complete then. And then I went back into area qual sort of March time, but we were without going into details, we were about to do a massive project at work. So again, my focus had to be on Joseph in lockdown. You know, I wasn't furloughed, working full time and delivering on this project. So again, not quite the right time. And then when I went in third time, I have got one lady in my team went district manager, so she gave me my first E. Another lady in my team, my gorgeous sister Katie Round. The first E was Elaine Bird, the second E was my sister Katie Round. So it's great doing this with the sister as well. And then I just felt there was a different level of momentum. Everybody was kind of in it. Ali was completely, you know, supportive as well. And it smelled like it was possible. And obviously I got so close. I just thought, I'm not letting this go this time. So just, you know, really got to work. Yeah, and such an exciting time. So in that DM journey, we've really thrown everything at 15-minute parties, you know, campaigns, showed up for the training, replicated, you know. I think one message I'd give out is that, you know, if you are working full time and doing this in nooks and crannies, don't try and start everything up yourself and do it yourself. You know, as you know, I've reached out to you quite a few times and said, I love that, Jade. Are you happy that I replicate? I love the way that you do your, you know, your campaigns and your little promotions and parties. So replicate, but with that, you do have to be consistent, because I've really noticed that, you know, even if it's a small amount of consistency, be consistent. And you know, and then it comes through. So I have done lots of activity and so have the team, but the momentum was different, I guess, this time.
I love that. And I think, you know, even though you say you went into qualification for this second level on 3 occasions, this isn't like any other job. You know, you go for an interview and there's one chat shot and you probably won't come around again like anytime soon. This is just your journey. So when it's right for you, and there's no rush, there's no deadline, there's no, you know, you don't do it this time, you're out. You know, it's your journey, and you're supported every time and when it's ready for you.
Yeah, definitely. I think I give most of my team and Ali a bit of a heart attack completing this time, because we'd got a lot going on. We'd got a bit of a Halloween thing, a sleepover, and not entertaining obviously in lockdown, but we'd got one other family with us, and I was putting the boys to bed, and I've got about 600 QV to go with literally 10 to 12, and I all day I'd been messaging people, getting orders in, getting them all in my phone, so I knew how close I was. But my team were like, where is she? Where has she gone? How has she disappeared? And all the chat was going on and the excitement and the momentum. And I just literally came down to put the boys down. I was like, I've got to get to work. Right. I've literally got to put these orders through. And yeah, it was fantastic. It's not really how I had it happening in my mind, but the end result was the same. It was great fun.
Well, we had so much fun on the Zoom, didn't we? We were on Zoom until like midnight on Halloween.
Yeah.
We had our glasses of wine and we were just celebrating, and it was just such a fun community. Like, I have to say, I have had the most fun.
It's been brilliant. Yeah, absolutely.
So, what's your favourite product then? If you had to pick one, only one product.
Ooh. I love Digestion Plus. So, you know, I know I hate to say it because everybody says Digestion Plus, but I love Digestion Plus. It really, I mean, for me as a scientist, the link to the gut health, the link to your immunity, the link to mental health, general well-being, you know, it really is a product that you shouldn't be without.
Yeah, I love that one too.
Yeah.
And then the last question then, okay, aside from the product, what's the one thing that you just love most about Arbonne?
The people in it, you know, the people are incredible. If you ever need anything, there's always somebody there to support you. Somebody, you know, I've got a great, you know, mentor and upline in Ali, who's always there, always supports me, especially with the numbers and the business side of things, because my headspace isn't always there. I can do the activity, I can do Arbonne, anyone can do Arbonne. But you know, anybody you reach out to is so helpful and so supportive, in the time that the MVPs and VPs give up to support and help and coach each other. You know, it's like no other, really. It really stands out. It's incredible. You're fully supported in wherever you are, and that understanding that it's your journey, you know, however you do it, whenever you do it, you know, it's your journey, and you can own it.
I love that. Me too. I absolutely love the people. So, Claire, I have to say, for me personally, your journey, like absolute boss lady, running, like having an amazing corporate career, running this sideline hustle, Plan B. You're a mom. I just think you. It's just so inspirational seeing that you still continue to do all of those things and managing it so well. If there is anybody on the kind of fence, because there are going to be people in this group that are looking at this as an opportunity that may be concerned about time or have just got this fear or hesitation, what's the one like tip you would sort of say?
Well, I think it's just all encompassing. When you fall in love with the products, it just happens. But the one bit of advice I'd give is, it's your journey. You own it. You could be involved and active and on a Zoom or every single night and all day, but you've got to prioritize, and you've got to pick and choose the campaigns that you want to be involved in, the training that you need to be involved in. Because it is different when you approach this, that this is your only kind of employment or business, and you can go all in. It's very different when you are balancing. There's people in between, and there's people obviously that literally love the idea but just think, how am I going to manage that? So for me, it is about setting your own goals of what you want out of Arbonne, and it's all possible. If you just want to sell the products and get a bit of income, that's absolutely fine. If you want to build a business alongside, that's absolutely fine. Or if you want to go full in, that's absolutely fine as well. It's all supported and it's all possible.
Amazing. Yeah, it absolutely is. I think that's the amazing thing. It's everybody's own journey, and no one fails in this business. No one actually fails unless they decide to quit. And I think that's the most amazing thing, that you can't ever quit.
It's your journey. Yeah.
Do you know what? Thank you so much. I'm not going to keep you any longer.
Thank you.
Your story is so incredible. I know that you will resonate with so many people. And thank you so much for your time on a Sunday evening.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you for all your support.
Thank you, darling. Bye.
Take care, Jade. Thanks.